from KQED.
Hey everybody, it is Devin Katayama, your host for The Bay, and welcome back to the show. I hope you've been having an alright summer. I know that we had a nice little break from the news, but Erica Allen and I are excited to be here and ready to make new episodes of The Bay. Local news to keep you rooted. One thing that I've really been missing during this pandemic is eating inside at restaurants. I still don't feel entirely comfortable doing it, especially with an 11-month-old. And lots of people working at restaurants don't feel entirely comfortable either. Now with COVID cases going back up and the Delta variant spreading, some bars and restaurants will only let people dine inside if they can show proof of vaccination.
Our team has been very strong, our customers have been loyal, and we need to repay with giving them the comfort of being able to walk in and have a meal and knowing that we're doing our part.
Today, why one San Francisco business believes requiring vaccines is the best path through the pandemic.
Support for this podcast comes from Lucky & Lucky California, featuring Lucky You Rewards with featuring offers, coupons, and points. Good at neighborhood Lucky & Lucky California stores. Guests can sign up on the Lucky mobile app, in-store, or online at luckysupermarkets.com. And from the Asian Art Museum, at Team Lab Continuity, visitors can become part of a wondrous ecosystem of lush natural imagery that dynamically evolves around them. For more information and ticket reservations, visit asianart.org.
Okay, we're now on Market Street. People looking good, they got their masks, some of them. It's a real big mix. We're heading to Santeria, just a couple stores down, I'm thinking. We got a barber shop, we got a mail access store, Pete's Coffee.
It is poppin'.
This is a poppin' area for sure. Okay, craft cocktails, Santeria. Here we are. Let's go check it out. Hey. Hey, what's up? I'm Devin Katayama. I'm with KQED.
My name is Eduardo Sandoval, and I own Santeria Margarita Bar here in San Francisco.
My name is Eva Lee. I'm Eduardo's partner, and I help with the overall project, anything from the front of the house to the back of the house.
Very perfect. Okay, well, let's start actually just by telling us a little bit about this establishment. Like, when did you open and what kind of place is this?
So Santeria is a proper margarita bar in town, so 100% an agave program from mezcal and tequila and sotol only. All of our the cocktails are made with the spirit. We opened officially in around mid-January
of this year.
Oh, wow. So
Mm-hmm.
I think we were the only Mexican restaurant, surely, that opened right in the middle of the pandemic. It was a big risk.
What was that like, opening during the pandemic?
It's just very scary, to be honest with you. Very scary. We put everything we had on the table and we just kind of hope for the best. I think COVID didn't feel real until a couple of our members of our team had to be absent because they had COVID. I think that's when it really hit us.
That happened before we even opened our doors, so it was something that we experienced firsthand, and we wanted to prepare for it when we do open our doors. And we, of course, took everything so seriously, checking temperature, checking all of these things. And even though it was outside seating only when we first started, we wanted to make sure that everyone that came here felt safe, felt like they can eat, felt like they can enjoy our food and not worry about whether this is clean or not. So we learned that because we had to take care of our staff first.
A lot of uncertainty in the air at that time. We had no clue when this situation will get under control. So uncertainty in the air, surely. I recall standing in line at Restaurant Depot trying to get masked. I would find enough for the week, but then once I made it to the front, they'd say, "Oh, you can only buy one box." So I have to go every day and get one box, just to make it through the week. And so a lot of shortage of all those essential items.
A lot has changed since Santeria first opened in January. There was the rollout of vaccines, then California's grand reopening in June, and now the latest increase in COVID cases, fueled by the much more contagious Delta variant. That surge prompted Eduardo, Eva, and staff at Santeria to make a decision that not many other businesses were yet deciding to do, requiring customers to show proof of vaccination. They started these conversations internally on July 19th.
It started with, us hearing about this new wave of COVID coming up, the Delta variant, and we were hearing about it on the news. It was in everyone's mouths. Everyone was talking, the staff, and we were getting busier at that time. Our business was starting to take off, really, because we've been in business for such a short period of time. But collectively, Eva and I, along with our manager, Brianna, she's not present at this moment, but we talked about it, and we decided to just not risk it for anyone.
So how exactly is it going to work? What are you asking people to do?
Our patrons who come, they get greeted at the door. Of course, we ask them to wear a mask for the safety of our staff. And then we proceed to ask them for the proof of vaccination and also an ID to make sure that it's the person. And we also advise that if they do not have proof of vaccination, they go to the california.gov. They have a link there. It's very simple. I've done it myself. It's like 2 minutes literally to just send your information, and they text you with like a copy of a QR code of your vaccination proof. So we've been informing our patrons about that too, and it's been pretty easy. They've given us like an easy time, so we're very lucky. Yeah.
I'm curious because there's so many different layers and nuance to eating out. You can be outside, you can be inside. There's different policies at different levels, but what are the nuances here? Like, can people eat outside?
So in the event of a member of the group, the party that's coming in to dine, there's someone that doesn't have the vaccine or for some reason can't find their proof of vaccination, we kindly offer them, our patio is very spacious, and we have our heaters out there. We offer them to sit out there, and usually that has been the case. If there's one member in the party, they just decide to sit outside, and it's not an issue.
Yeah. Was this a hard decision for you to make?
I think out of the group that was discussing it, I myself was the only one that was wondering, just brought up the possibility that, if we ask for vaccine and for the card and they don't have it at hand, especially on our Friday nights, our Saturday nights, where people just want to go out, have a drink, and they don't want to be worried about, getting online, trying to get proof, or I thought that maybe it would drive some business away. But at the end of the day, people were very, very pleased to see us ask for it. I had a couple of customers that just came and talked to me personally and just said thank you. Thank you for implementing this rule. It makes us feel safe. Yeah. Our neighbors just next door came over and asked about why we were doing it and asking the reaction of our customers, and we said they really respect it and they love it. It's not what you would think. It's not driving any business away.
Were staff at all worried about having to enforce this at the beginning?
A couple of members of the staff showed concern about the extra work that would go about having to sometimes show the customer how to get their proof of vaccine online, so we had to train them. So it was a little extra work, but nothing major. I think everyone was excited and happy to know that they were also going to be kept safe, because they felt nervous also. There was a lot of talk about the new wave, coming in, and they were asking, hey, how are we going to deal with this? Can we still see people at the bar? And there was a little concern, and that's how one of the main reasons why we decided to address it this way.
Do you think being in Castro and being in San Francisco has been really beneficial to making this decision? How important is that community that's here when you think about it?
We felt a lot of support from the city. I'm personally very pleased on the way the city has handled this situation. Half my family lives in Texas, and the way they handle things there it wasn't the best. But in terms of support, in terms of how we've handled the pandemic, I feel like we're right up there. I wish that more cities, more counties would have done what San Francisco County did. In that sense, no complaints.
Are either of you hopeful that more businesses will start, going above and beyond the recommendations from like the CDC or the city in some cases, like the two businesses on either side of you have done?
I think that many businesses act based on other businesses' lead. And I hope that the decisions that we're making is like a ripple effect where it reaches out to other businesses, and they understand that seeing us even having like a lot of customers in here and asking them for proof of vaccine, it doesn't, slow down business, or it doesn't like turn people off. It just makes people feel safer.
Opening this business to me was such an important thing. It was a flag of hope. I have family and friends that have lost their business. They have beyond business. They have experienced loss in much more, terrible ways. And I think that it's not a good time to relax. I think everyone should be doing it. I feel like every time we relax a little, we lose something. So in terms of this business, we've suffered through so much. If we all stick together through this last, stretch, we can really beat this soon, and then we can be free again and live life the way we used to.
Thank you both for speaking with us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks to Eduardo Sandoval and Eva Lee from Santeria Margarita Bar in San Francisco. This episode was produced by Erica Cruz Guevara and our editor, Alan Montesilio. Again, welcome back from our summer break, and if you're new to the show, subscribe to The Bay wherever you're listening and leave us a rating and review if you can. The Bay is a production of KQED Public Media in San Francisco. I'm Devin Katayama. That's it from us to you. Talk to you later.
What do students really need in order to learn? I'm Ki Sung.
And I'm Nima Gobir, coming at you with a 6th season of Mindshift from KQED.
Mindshift is the show where teachers, parents, and caregivers can discover solutions for raising our kids in the modern era.
Points. It teaches students that all you got to do is get points. You don't actually have to learn. You just have to get points.
Follow Mindshift wherever you get your podcasts. First episode comes out on July 20th.